Leave your comments below. Give me your thoughts about the Bears and their loss against the Minnesota Vikings in overtime by the score of 30-27. So here's where I'm at as a Chicago Bears fan. The number one thing and the number one reason why that I tune in to Bears football now is about number 18. And that's Caleb Williams, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears. That's the reason why that I watch or listen to Bears football now, because it's about his development, it's about his growth, and about how he's going to have a support system around him for him to be able to grow as a quarterback for this football team. It's nothing against all the other players on the football team, but the only reason why to watch is to see what's next for Caleb Williams. Think about it. Here's a guy that went 32 for 47, good for 340 yards. He had a couple of touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 103.1 passer rating. And yeah, he took a sack in overtime that he shouldn't have taken. It made no sense for him to hold the ball 10 seconds to get sacked in overtime. But the whole point is that Coach Brown, the offensive coordinator, has really been able to do the obvious, and that is to make sure that Caleb Williams is playing free and easy, that he's getting his layups, meaning that he's getting it to Cole Kmet and DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, short yardage and getting terrific run after the catch. 398 yards, 27 points for the Chicago Bears against the fourth-ranked defense in the National Football League in the Minnesota Vikings. And so everybody ate offensively for the Chicago Bears. There's some drop passes that were inexcusable. Yes, I watched the game and there's some things that were head scratchers to me. But the point is, though, is that the Bears were in the ball game. They had a fortuitous bounce in special teams, like they score a touchdown, and on special teams on the onside kick, they get the ball back in a position to win the ball game, and the Bears fell short in overtime because of the field goal. There's just not enough command on the sidelines for Matt Eberflus for him to keep his job. I know everyone's saying that you got to fire this guy. Don't worry. He will be fired. You know how the Bears operate. They don't do this in season. They don't fire coaches in season. But it's going to happen because Matt just does not have the sideline decorum and the chops as a head coach to control his sidelines. You saw this whole situation, right? Third quarter, 4th and 4. The field goal unit comes out, and then they're waved back, and then Caleb Williams has got time running down, and he throws an emergency pass to Keenan Allen that goes incomplete. Well, you have to know that 4th down's coming, and that you got to make a snap decision as a head coach. Is it a field goal? Are you going to punt it? Are you going to let the offensive team come out there? It just looked like a jailbreak out there, just people all over the place. It's happened too often under Matt Eberflus. Eberflus is another stat for you, 5 for 18 in one-score games. He's the only coach with a sub-400 record in one-score games out of all the coaches in the National Football League. There's just a treasure trove of stats online about what Matt Eberflus is not as a head coach for this football team. And so the staff will be fired, and there's going to be a new coach in here, which means that's going to be a second head coach and probably a third offensive coordinator for Caleb Williams. So you see, along with that, and how the defense is not as good as it used to be, because I see too many opportunities where it's like 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, and the opposition's getting over on the defense. 7 yards per play by the Vikings offensively against the defense. Then special teams, DeAndre Carter, he made up for his gaffe in which he allowed 7 points because the ball went off his shin, and he had a really good return after that. But the point is, though, is that it's all falling apart. It's all turning to shit. And here comes Thanksgiving and the Detroit Lions. Easy, right? It just is getting worse and worse by the game. But this is all deserved, Ryan Poles. You want to bring Matt Eberflus back? Here you go. So give me your comments below, your thoughts on the state of Chicago Bears. Happy Thanksgiving. They only play the Lions next. It doesn't get better. It just doesn't.